What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. And today we're going to be talking about some of the things that EA Sports should probably consider removing from Madden 19. All right, so I'm going to go through some things and I'm going to slow down some specific parts about the gameplay. This game right here was played during Weekend League, and one of the biggest things about Madden 18 and what has really infuriated a lot of people is the inconsistency and the animations. Now, a lot of the things that were put into the game, I don't think it made the game better. I just think it made the game easier. So what that means is you can't really set up things that would realistically work. Like if you blitz a lot of guys, right? In Madden 18, they'll all just stop if the heat is going to come too fast. You see what I'm saying? The way that it works, as Bo Jackson gets sticky right there, the way that it worked, they want to make it easy so anybody can play it. So with them doing that, they created these separate modes. All right, go ahead, strip Bo Jackson. And we're going to get to the actual thing about attributes in a second and making attributes matter in 19. But again, they wanted to make the game easier so people that play a certain way will be successful and be more geared to stay in tune with the game itself. All right, so this guy is, look, like I said, I got to give this guy a lot of credit because he had already probably discovered that the game just doesn't make sense. So he's just going to run around with Derek Carr the entire game, and my D line is just going to be complete idiots. That's pretty much what's going to happen throughout the game. It's going to start to get a little weird later on, but we'll get to that when we get to it. I just wanted to make sure you guys understand. Nano detection, I've been talking about that a lot. It was introduced in 17. It's really, really stupid that it was allowed to be put in 18, but that's, you know, the year's pretty much about to be over, so we're going to pretty much go ahead and just say, look, we dealt with it for 2 years. It like that right there, I don't know what that is. I tried to run in, but then they warped me back, so I turned around. It doesn't really matter. If you try to do anything and get to the quarterback too fast, the game stops you automatically. You just can't do it. They don't want you to be able to tackle the quarterback. And then also, in addition to that, if you blitz, your guy will run right next to the quarterback and not tackle him. You actually have to click onto the guy to make the tackle yourself, even though you're sending your person to go and do the job. All right? Going forward right now, though, we're going to take a look at this right here. When he throws that, the bad timing drop user pick, that's really what's been the death of Madden overall, in my opinion, competitively, because good competitive players know how to lurk and they know how to intercept the ball. And with Madden 18, what happened with the game, they didn't allow us to be able to intercept our really good lurks, regardless of what they said, why it didn't happen. Oh yeah, it's bad timing, this and that. It had nothing to realistically do with that. What was happening is they created a mechanic that really just didn't work. And what that means is they went out and they decided to go ahead and say, look, you got to press the button exactly when it's time to press the button, right? So even when you press the button at the right time, it still wouldn't work. So the mechanic itself was broken, but that doesn't matter to EA Sports. EA Sports still told us that it was the year of the user. That, in my opinion, was not true. Okay, I don't know how you guys feel about it. A lot of you guys get picks regardless. Yeah, go ahead, Barry Sanders. Do whatever you want to do. Take my mom's out on the date too. Do whatever you want to do to me, bro. A lot of you guys that, you say, oh yeah, I never drop a pick. You guys are maniacs. That's why you don't. Because what happens is this, right? Madden 17, you were able to run around on the whole play just holding. I don't know how I caught that. That's ridiculous. They got to do something about that too. Like those kind of catches, I would understand if I drop. But when your guy is wide open and he just drops the ball because he gets tapped, those are the ones I don't understand. But let's go ahead and continue to go on with this, right? So look, the bad timing drop user pick. That, in my opinion, has to be fixed. I do believe they're going to fix that right there. I just threw a Stevie. The guy's playing a cloud flat, right? And the weird thing about it is he's playing everything. And I love it. That interception right there, it put a smile on my face to know that EA just has no heart inside their body. The developers have no heart inside their bodies. But listen, anyway, so this guy, he's just going to keep doing whatever. He's not worried about sliding. He's not, because he's on conservative. And what happens is he doesn't have a care in the world about what's going to happen. He doesn't care if he breathes oxygen tonight. This guy doesn't care about anything. He's just running around and throwing hot ones. It doesn't matter because this guy has figured it out that the game is weird. Now, this right here, I had to slow this down so you guys can see it. This is a dot. He actually stops all the way across his body and catches the ball right there. All the way across his body. These are the things that these guys do during games that it just takes me out of the game. I don't want to play anymore. See, look, after that, like I said, I'm not going to quit the game because that's just not something that I do. But it takes you out of the game because you realize that EA does not care. That kind of thing cannot happen. And that happens to me almost every weekend league. because these guys are maniacal maniacs that just do whatever they want. They coffin corner punt me. You know what I'm saying? They take my moms out on dates. Like, it's really bad what EA has provided these guys. And like right there, I don't even know what that was. The guy, did Ben Roethlisberger throw the ball that low that his spy hit it? Like, I don't even know what's going on. And then right here, bro, you can play cover 2, put the remote down and walk away. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And like I said, I don't know exactly what they were trying to do, but when the game was released, again, it was fine. When they patched it, it became a nightmare. Remember, when the game originally came out, right? I had the game a week early. There was no warp tackling. Like, you would be trying to click conservative tackle behind a running back or wide receiver once they were out in front. You couldn't warp tackle them. The same patch notes is what they're using. So somebody has to tell them that they can't use those same patch notes. That's what the problem is. They're using the same patches from Madden 16. That's the issue. But somebody has to be able to get that through to them because they're not listening to me. I tell them every time I listen, whatever you guys are doing, just stop doing it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, look right here. Like, you can just dive from wherever you are and just warp tackle someone. It doesn't matter how far out in front they are. None of those things matter. Look, gravity and like space doesn't matter to EA Sports. I've been able to discover that successfully. By playing their game and just understanding and just being able to have eyeballs. I've been able to realize that these guys have no concern about anything that's going on in the human world, okay? Because I've been warp tackled from like 30 yards away. That was a pretty decent warp tackle, but usually it's like 30 yards away. So when you look at these things that are going on, right? Like right here, look at this. Look at this. These animations, it doesn't matter who the receiver is. That's an automatic drop. And I just don't understand why they would put in automatic drops for everyone. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to have animations, it shouldn't be something that's regularly seen. Like, everybody has experienced an animation like that. Every single one of us has experienced that animation, regardless if it's a bronze receiver, a silver receiver, it doesn't matter. So what EA wants us to believe is that Mutt, with these high overall players, they would all do that. You see what I'm saying? It's not about anything else other than, you know, if you want people to spend money, this is what it's about, right? Capitalism, I understand that. America, whatever. I understand all that. If you guys are willing to spend money every now and again, if you don't want to grind and build your team, your players should react differently. And it's not like we're asking for a lot because they were able to do it in previous Mutt games. 25, 15, 13. Like, those Mutt games, whatever the attributes said for your players, they actually performed like that. It's not until recently that the players have just been dumb. And, you know, obviously it's been a drop situation because what happens is I think they're trying to make up from 16 when you just caught everything with aggressive catch. Like, look at this. You see that? He catches that ball with the same type of streak that the other animation triggered before where the ball just bounced around in front of him. This is what I'm trying to explain. I just don't understand the animation base. Maybe they should remove a lot of the animation, you know, from Madden 19. Right here. That's a 3-man rush coming right off the edge with my running back looking at the guy that's sacking me. Maybe they should work on the fact that the lineman should be able to block longer, especially when you have a running back that's helping out. Maybe they should focus on that type of thing. That's been going on for a while. This guy played cover 2 the entire game with a spy with his D tackle. And that defense locks everything up. It doesn't make sense. The seams are not there. I can't throw a seam streak because the cloud flat bumps me and then stays with me, run around with me, you know, takes me out, bro, bangs my entire family. Like, the way that they play zones is so wild, and this guy's offense is stupid, but I can't do anything about it. He's literally running to the side and just throwing the ball in the air, and that's his offense. It's nothing there's no penalty. They're not going to allow me to intercept the ball. You see what I'm saying? So they have to focus on, first of all, that removing the, you know, look, see, same animation. I'm just giving you examples. It's the same animation. That can be Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Chad Ochocinco, Calvin Johnson. It doesn't matter. That's stupid. That's what, you know what I'm saying? So they need to focus on making the cards play differently. They need to focus on removing nano detection, the animation base. When somebody is beat out front, that person needs to be beat completely. You understand what I'm saying? Like, those things have to be done in order for Madden 19 to be a much better game. The nano detection just has to go. You know, the bad time and drop, user pick, these things have really destroyed what Madden was and what Madden is right now. And it's put the wrong type of people in position to be able to say that they're good players. You see what I'm saying? Because it just doesn't make any sense, the stuff that goes on. But again, we have some time. Maybe they'll take some feedback this year. Obviously, they stopped doing demos like 6 years ago because they realized what they were doing. They didn't care anymore, and they realized that everybody's going to buy the game anyway. These tip drills, like I said, whatever, man. I'm not going to complain about the tip drills because in real football, that happens a lot. But just the way that the ball sometimes is on the ground and you can still pick it off, that's a little bit concerning to me. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed my content for this video and the explanations that I'm giving. If you do, feel free to drop a like. Let's go with a video view goal of about 25K. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. GmiasWorld. One love.